Are we back? I don't know what happened. Somebody said, "Are you drunk?" No, I'm not drunk. I just don't like social media. And I don't know how to do this. Okay, you can hear me now. I don't know what happened. I'm just sitting here chatting. Anyway, there was some good questions in there that I didn't get to. So just retype your question and I'll do my very, very best. Hey, Amy! Y'all, Amy Wadge, right there, 1975, helped me write some songs on this record that I can't wait for you to hear. Love you, Amy. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, so if you have any questions, go ahead and send them again. Happy Women's Day to you, Maria. What's the best part of making a record? Best part is to meet the people that are involved in making the record. I mean, we really create these moments together that they're so deep into the soul. And I mean, yeah, they change you forever. And the other best part is seeing something come from nothing. Like there's this, you walk into the studio, you don't know what the day beholds, and there's this inviting, I don't know, it's like you just sit there and wait for moments of curiosity and inspiration, and then as they come, whether you've drawn them from the day or weeks or years prior and it's just stored up inside of you, the coolest thing about making a record is going into the studio and seeing something at the end of every day. It's really, really special. Something creative and something that is emotive and beautiful. Yeah, that's what I would say I love about the studio. Okay. Well, you go back to the festival in Franklin, Tennessee. Yes, Pilgrimage. I love Pilgrimage. Hello from Florida. Hey, how you doing? Oh, Bryce, baby. How do you decide on a self-titled album? Okay, so I was out to dinner with my two best friends, and they were like, "Lauren, what are you going to name the record?" And I was like, here's the reality is I have no idea what I'm going to name this record. I've been working on it for 2 years and I still don't have a title. So maybe I should, I don't know. Maybe I need to go in and look at some lyrics and get a new idea. But I don't have a name for it yet. And they were like, well, we think it should be self-titled. And I was like, really? They're like, yeah, we both think that it should be self-titled. And I said, okay, that sounds awesome. Let me live with this for a second, and then I'll go to the studio and see if that flies. Well, I get to the studio like the next day or the day after, and I'm sitting with my manager, and she was like, so what are you thinking for the album title? And I was like, well, I was thinking since this is like an entirely new expression of music, and just, I mean, it's been 5 years since I released another record. So much has changed. So much has happened. I think that, yeah, I think I should probably make it a self-titled record. And we both at the same time said, self-titled? And so after that, I was like, yeah, it's got to be that way. I absolutely love this record. I love the songs. I took a lot of liberties on this record, lyrically, and I feel like it's just a new season in a good way, not in a bad way. Like, there's moments that you can sit and cry to Jesus with, and there's moments that you can, you know, if you're going through a breakup or something, there's songs for that. If you have a song that just needs to be a friend for you in that moment, if you need to reminisce on special times, like, there's just a lot of breadth and width and depth to this record that I'm really excited to share with the world. So, okay, tips for singers. Georgie, yes, keep your instrument healthy. Look at this hair, y'all. We were on the set all day yesterday, and my hair is crazy. Tips for singers. Keep your voice healthy. Don't scream all the time. If you're in loud environments, get ear covering, like ear protection, and don't scream. If you're at a loud restaurant, try not to talk. And the biggest help I could say is steam. Steam your voice. Keep it hydrated. Keep it healthy. Your voice is hydrated through steam. Your vocal cords are in your trachea. So just know that when you steam, that goes straight to your vocal cords. When you drink water, it goes through your esophagus, and you have to let that be absorbed by your cells and move throughout your body. So it takes a lot longer. Whereas if you just steam, that is direct hydration to your vocal cords. That's a tip. Okay, what else do we have? Favorite song of all time, Suki's Cut Flowers. I do not know. I love music so much, I couldn't limit it to one song. Brazil loves you, Casio Pro X Prox. I love y'all. Will you have a tour in Hawaii? 1,000%. I'm coming back to Hawaii. I love Hawaii. It is my favorite place in the world, in the actual world. I've toured a lot of places, but Hawaii is so special to me. Are you a fan of Tori Kelly? Her voice is incredible. Her dexterity, her range. I saw Tori Kelly live at this Justin Bieber event, and I was perplexed at her ability to stay on pitch. Like, her pitch live is unprecedented. It was shocking. I was like, girl, you got some things to work on, okay? What are the meanings behind your bracelets? Oh, I just collect them from fans and throw them on my wrist, and I used to always wear them whenever I was like in high school and college, and I just grew up in a little hippie town. So I love those bracelets. Let's see, who else? When are you going to come to Spain? Soon. As soon as I possibly can. Oh, this is a great question. Whitney, what's one of your favorite qualities in good friends? Laughing. I love people who just take things lightly and who always assume the best in you as a friend. The friends that don't, that they're not offended easily, and they actually, they just see the best in you. They don't apply pressure to your friendship. They don't apply expectations to your friendships. They just accept you and make friendship light and fun and beautiful. The friends who have your back at all costs, loyal to the core, and the friends that you can live life very lightly and easily with. Those are my favorite qualities. Let me just put it this way. There's too much stress in life in general, like external stress. You don't need stress in your friendships. If you have stress in your friendships, I would say either learn a new pattern with your friends or find new friends, because friendships are meant to be life-giving and supportive and joyful and invigorating and fulfilling and refreshing. I think that's why God put friends on this earth. And that's not to say that there's not going to be challenges and times that your friends challenge you to become a better person and things like that. But I'm saying, if there are friends that are just creating wild amounts of drama in your life, I don't know if that's the way friendships are meant to be designed. Okay. Have you watched The Chosen? I have, but I haven't finished it, and I need to do that. All right, what else do we have? How did you like performing at the Houston Rodeo? I loved it. It was so much fun. The stage was incredible. How tough is putting your godly view in the industry and you're in? I cannot read. How tough is it putting your godly view in the industry you're in? Oh, well, God, He is the thing that is the most joyful to talk about. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, and self-control. Those are fruits of the Spirit. So there's a natural byproduct of joy when you get to talk about the Lord. And I think there are definite difficulties in sharing faith with people, but when you know that what you have to give people and to share with people is something that's going to bring goodness into their world, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do with my life. I want to share as much as I possibly can. So I don't know if that answered your question, but how tough is it? There's days where it's challenging, but I also know that there's a reason why I'm here. And I want every person to know who God is, who Jesus is. Are you excited for Festival International? You better believe it. My whole life I have gone to Festival International. I mean, I don't know how many years I've had to skip because of touring and stuff, but I try to make it every year. I'm pretty much a stickler about Festival International. So to get to actually perform on the stage, I am pumped. I'm pumped. Something I dreamed about ever since I saw Mark Broussard when I was in like the 6th or 7th grade on that stage. Any new merch? Any new merch coming out? Not for Hold On To Me, but there is new merch coming out. Nigeria! Amazing. Oh, this is a great question from Janelle. What advice would you give about what to do when the song I am writing isn't coming together how I hear it on my mind and heart? This is not going to be the answer that is fun, but I would say wait. A lot of times when we sit down to complete a song or write a song, we think it needs to be done in that moment, or that everything that we have to express needs to come out of us. But I truly believe that time builds songs. So it could be like one line that you get and then you're stuck for the rest of the day and you're like, wait a second, this isn't what I thought it was going to be. Give yourself time. Let that just sit there, roll on. It might be 5 years that it takes you to write this song, but it's more precious to stay in the authenticity of getting out what is in you for the song. And also the other second advice would be okay with letting it morph and mold and kind of shape shift into something else sometimes. There's a lot of times I'll walk in with a song idea that I'm really excited about, really married to, and in the songwriting process, when I bring it to write with other people, it changes drastically. And there's moments where I sit with that and I say, okay, it actually changed for the better. And then there's other times where I sit with it and I'm like, oh, it didn't change the way that I hoped it would. And now I'm just going to go back and resculpt it. Or I'm just going to trust that another song is going to come, like another idea is going to come that I will be able to get what is on my heart and in my mind out of. So those would be my two things. Let it take time. It's okay for things to take time. And let it kind of shape shift as you go. Okay. What else do we have? This is so much fun. Serious question, cake or pie? Cake. I love me some pie though. Oh, please tell us how to get the signed insert. Okay, so for everybody who is not on the first video that I absolutely screwed up, here's the second one. And I did all these splatter paint little things to the covers. And there will be more details on that. We'll do a post to share how to get those. But I think you can buy them on the online store, the e-commerce store, laurendaigle.com. I think. Kimberly, if I'm wrong, send me a text message. Will you ever have a choir sing behind you again? Yes. Of course. I was thinking about trying to figure out how to make that happen in every city that I go to I partner with local choirs and things like that. But I love a good choir. I would love to sing in front of a choir again. All right, I'm going to answer 3 more questions. And I'm just trying to read. I'm such a slow reader. Cha, 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 cha. When is your album coming out? Soon. Can't tell you, but I'll say that it's soon and very, very soon. Soon, yeah, we'll just say that. Okay. Oh, this is a great question. Emma, how has fan support changed your life? It has given me so much purpose as to why I do what I do. Immense purpose. I have stories that I can now connect to for songs. I have stories that I can now connect to as to why I do what I do. I have stories that I can now connect to when I'm on stage, when I'm thinking about people in the audience. I have stories that I can now connect to when singing in the studio, when days are really tough. I'm tired. I miss my family. All of those things, when I'm homesick, all of that, I can think this is all for a purpose. So fan support has absolutely changed my life. And it means the world, genuinely. All right, 2 more questions. Can we see your nails? Yeesh. They're this like iridescent. Well, you know, they're not really adjusting, but there's my nails. Okay, 2 more questions after that one. I'm so behind. You know what is happening is every time I go to read, it skips. Okay, all the people that are asking, when am I coming to your city or your country? I will be coming as soon as we release the dates. As soon as the dates are set on the poster. I can't tell you yet. I'm so excited though. I'm ready to get back out in the world. I've missed all you people. Okay. Well. Okay, what's your favorite activity in your free time? I love, love, love being outside. That's what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. I'm going to be outside as long as I possibly can. I love being outside. I love going on walks. I love talking to neighbors. I love running in the grass and tanning in the sun. All the things. Anything that you can do outside, just about anything, that's what I want to do. I love that in my spree time. In my spree time, what I love to just go play outside. In my free time. Okay, last question. Make it count, people! Let's see, where is it? These are all amazing comments. And I don't know how to... Oh, the last one has to go to Josh. How many LSU... I'm just going to... I think it says how many LSU football games have you gone to? And I would say I have lost count. I've been alive for 31 years. And I've definitely gone to multiple games almost every year of my life since I was 5 years old. So we'll just say between 60 and 100. I love LSU football games. Y'all? Okay, wait. This one, new tour Louisiana show. Got to see with the singer. What's your other favorite Christian artist? I love Hillsong and I love Ann Wilson. What do you draw inspiration from? Signs and Wonders Band. People. People, 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 people. It's my favorite thing. I love people. All right. When is You Lead Me gonna be officially released? I don't know. I gotta go back and work on that song. I love that song so much. But I'm sure it will at some point. Shapeshift with the Illuminati sign. Oh my gosh. Not that kind of shapeshift. Just take a new shape. Are you ever nervous starting on your first tour? It's like being nervous. Oh, whoops. I always tell the people that I work with that if you get all of your nerves out in rehearsal, then once you actually take the stage, you're prepared. And you get to just enjoy the moment on stage. So, do I start off nervous? Yeah, because it's like, okay, it's the first time it's in front of people. We've been practicing for weeks and weeks and weeks in the studios, the rehearsal space and things like that. But yeah, I get the like wiggle nerves out, but I really love what I get to do as well. So maybe the first 2 or 3 shows and then that's it. The rest of the shows, I just have fun. Music is so much fun, and I would rather it be fun than it be stressful and full of nerves. So I use the nerves for the good, and I get them out in rehearsal the best I can. All right. I love all you people. Which artist inspired me? Which artist inspired me for this new album? Lots of artists. There was this Spotify playlist called Folk Soul with a lot of old artists like Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder, Minnie Riperton, so many. And that Al Green, that really inspired me, as well as this this artist by the name of Yeba. Tickling my throat. This artist by the name of Yeba, she's absolutely breathtaking. Her voice is bar none. It's incomparable. She's incredible. So that's, some of the artists that inspired me. And then there was one other that I really liked, and then I would jump off. Oh, what quality did I get from my mom? My mom is such a hard worker. She never stops, ever. And when I say a hard worker, she was a stay-at-home mom. She was a teacher for a couple years, but she was primarily a stay-at-home mom the majority of my life, to which she still is. But she is still one of the most hardworking women I've ever met in my life. She cares for people to the nth degree. She's always taking care of somebody. She's always looking after somebody. She is looking 10 steps down the road while also being very present. And those are qualities that I really love about my mom. And I can see myself in the way of she cares about people in details probably very similarly to me. Similar to her. Okay. All right. I love y'all. How old am I? I'm 31. Did I take pictures at the Color Factory? You better believe it. It's the coolest place in the world. Is You're Gonna Be Okay gonna be on the new album? We'll see. We will find out. What about Victory Boyd? Oh my gosh. Obsessed with Victory Boyd. Incredible. She is incredible. She is humble, and she is kind, and she is beautiful, and she is talented. This is addicting. No wonder why. I had to re-download Instagram on my phone to do this live. And now I get it. It's because this is kind of, you just start to sit here like, what questions should I answer today? Let me look. And then before you know it, you're like, 2 more questions, everybody. 500 questions later. Okay. I love y'all. I love Cajun food. Oh, why did I want to create this new record? Because I was bound to a contract. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, why did I want to create this new record? Actually, this new record gave me so much life in quite a difficult time. Like when 2020 hit, I was in the middle of my world tour and having to come home to what was an open-ended, we don't know when you're going to get back to your life. That was very difficult for me. And I embraced a lot of moments of it, like being with my family and having that time was priceless. Nothing could put a price tag on that. It was worth every second. It was beautiful. But it definitely caused a lot of anxiety about making a record again because I started to see what being on the road pulled me from. I love my family. I love being at home and I love being with them and watching them grow, and it's really it was a sweet season. So getting back and making music, I wasn't sure if I was going to love it as much as I loved being with my family. I was like, I would love to be a school teacher. I'd love to work with kids. There's so many things that I would really enjoy doing. Do I need to stick with the pressure? There's a lot of pressure to make a record. A lot of deadlines, a lot of that type of stuff, and I love it. But I'm a slowpoke, okay? So I think there was just this piece of my life that had gotten really simple, and I actually enjoyed that, and I didn't know if making music was going to be as satisfying now that I've kind of tasted this other side of life. Boy, I can honestly say I hope that I get to make music for the rest of my life. I loved making this record. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved the people I got to meet. I loved the creators I got to collaborate with. I loved the songwriters. I loved the instrumentalists. There were so many really special moments in the process of making this record that I was really excited I got to embark upon. So I hope that answers your question. I'm really glad that I got to make this record. I didn't know if I'd ever be able to. So the fact that it's here is really special. I don't take it for granted, that's for sure. All right. That's a great way to end because I will actually sit on this thing for 3 hours because I know myself well enough. And clearly I need to take a shower. So I love you guys. And I hope that favorite song that you ever wrote. Stop it. Y'all are asking me all the greatest questions at the end. Favorite song that I ever wrote was, well, one of them is actually on this record. Two of them are actually on this record. So I can't tell you the names, but it starts with an I. The word starts with an I. The title starts with an I. I'll say that. Okay. Thank you. Y'all start saying bye. Bryce Spice Baby, I know. Hot Mess Express over here. I love y'all so much. Thank you for having me on your live. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being with me. And, yeah, I can't wait to get these little guys to y'all. And I also can't wait to finish signing the other 4,000. I'm going to be doing this for hours. If you want to know, what's Daigle doing tonight? I'm just injuring my wrist. I love y'all. Thank you. I can't wait to get all this out to you. It's going to be really fun. A new journey ahead. I'll see y'all soon. Cheers.